Hi, it's Kirsty here, and welcome to my hub of health and wellness. Today, we're going to do a little movement practice to help us bring a little awareness back into the body, come home to ourselves. So it's going to be a mostly seated and supported practice. So grab a comfortable seat or a stool. I'll give you options as we work through the movement class today, but you can use the wall, a stool, a chair, preferably one without arms if you have one. Even the side of the bed will work. So yeah, just make yourself comfortable, come to a seated position. I have got these yoga blocks to allow the earth to meet me so that I can make the poses fit my body rather than me trying to fit myself into a pose. So I recommend you utilize anything that you need as well. So if you need a block or any other support, you might not have a yoga block, but you might have a hardback book, which is a similar size to this that you could grab, a cushion, a blanket, whatever will make the practice and the movement more comfortable for you. So I'm going to pop these under my feet just to raise the earth to me so I can begin this practice feeling grounded and really draw in that sense of awareness, which is what we're aiming for today. So make yourself comfortable in a seated position. If you're in a chair and it's comfortable for you to do so, just wiggle your bum forward so that your back's away from the rest. And I just invite you to feel supported by the surface beneath you. Take your feet however wide apart as feels right for you to feel comfortable and stable. I'll invite you to close your eyes if you're happy to do so. Or perhaps you can soften your gaze or simply find a single point of focus. Rest your hands wherever they feel comfortable. Relax your shoulders. And as you allow yourself to feel supported by the surface and the earth beneath you, perhaps you can allow your upper body to rise up so that the back of your body lengthens. Your chin tucks so that it's parallel to the ground, and the crown of your head reaches up to the sky. Allowing any sounds in your background just to fade into the distance and be part of the backdrop of your present moment experience. And I invite you now just to notice your body, perhaps begin to scan from your feet, working your way up, gauging an awareness of your physical body, and perhaps any areas that you might be holding tension onto. Is there any way you can soften? Is there any way you can allow your body to feel more supported than it already is? Perhaps your shoulders soften and your jaw relaxes. I invite you to bring the awareness to your breath now. And you may like to place one hand on the belly and one hand on the heart so that you feel connected to yourself. But that's just an invitation, no requirement. Perhaps you notice as your physical body moves with your breath. Can you bring awareness to the rhythm and pace? Can you notice the temperature of the air as you breathe in and exhale out? And as we move today, the invitation is to welcome in a sense of openness to the body. That we use the movement as an outlet to enable us to look inwards. In yoga, the original purpose of these postures and movements is to enable us to sit more comfortably and in more stillness when we come to a meditation. So let's move with the intention to invite comfort, ease, and openness in our body so that we feel more settled when we come to our meditation. We're going to begin to move our body now. You might like to keep your eyes closed, or maybe you blink them back open, whatever you're most comfortable with. And just begin by dropping your left ear to left shoulder, coming back to center, and then right ear to right shoulder. And we're just going to do that 2 more times. Really gentle, at your own pace. Just bringing a little movement in. Working our way through the joints. And now take your gaze over to the left shoulder and back to center and over the right. Let's do that another 2 times. And only go as far as feels comfortable for you. And depending on what time of day that you're moving, your body may feel different sensations or a different level of openness. Let's drop chin to chest, gaze to center, and draw our chin up to the sky. Let's do that 2 more times. And now just move your head in any way that feels good for you today. Maybe you use your nose to create circles on the ceiling. And make sure that once you've gone in one direction, that you swap over to another direction and come back to center. Shrugging shoulders up to our ears and relaxing them back down. Let's do that 2 more times. This time we're going to shrug shoulders up. I'm just moving to the side so you can see me, and draw our shoulder blades towards one another so that our chest puffs out a little, and then relax back down. Bringing them up, squeezing our shoulders together behind us, and then relaxing back down. Let's do that 1 more time. And relaxing back down. Let's take it forward this time, shoulders up, and then create a roundness. So shoulders draw towards one another at the front of the body, and then relax back down. 2 more of those, shoulders up to ears, drawing them back, forwards, and then back down. Wonderful. We're going to move into our spine now. And so you might like to place your hands on your knees or thighs, or maybe your hips. You are going to work through a little cat-cow. So I'll just show you. We're going to draw our chest forwards. And just as we did with our shoulders, we're going to squeeze our shoulder blades together, but we're just going to gaze straight ahead here. We're just going to work that midsection of our spine, our thoracic spine. And then we're going to push away, drawing our belly button in, rounding through our upper back and dropping our chin to our chest so that we create this soft cat-like motion. I invite you to work through these postures, our cow and our cat, with an awareness to the movement of your spine. I'm trying to get into all those nuances, and awareness of how the physical body's feeling today. Let's take 2 more rounds. No need to rush. Let's be instead of do. Last round. And then gently come back to center. Taking your left hand either to your shoulder or your ear, and we're going to reach elbow up and gently drop towards our right side. Noticing the sensation down the left side of your body. Coming up and then coming back over again. You might like to stay here. You may like to reach your arm up and over to create more space, maybe lifting up and rolling the shoulder back slightly. Gently coming up and releasing that arm back down. And onto our right side, taking right hand to right shoulder. Gently drawing our elbow up towards the sky as we bend towards the left side. Stretching up this right side of the body. And you might even like to release that left ear down towards the left shoulder. All the time scanning your body. Getting an awareness for how it feels today, coming back to center. Again, leaning over to the left, right elbow reaches up. And you may even like to extend that top arm now, reaching fingertips over towards the top of your mat. Gently coming up and relaxing down. We're going to do a little movement linking our breath with our body this time. So we're going to gently twist towards our right. We're going to reach the arms up as high as feels comfortable for you. And then sweep them over to the left, taking our right arm across our body as we gently twist towards the left side. No need to push against the leg. Just simply move within your body's range today. Feel free to use the back of the chair to support you. Gaze is straight ahead. With this twist, as you inhale, we're going to reach the arms up, come to center and over to the right, dropping left arm across the body, over to the outside of the right leg. Noticing your breath. On your next inhale, reaching arms up, coming over to that left side and dropping the arms down on the outside of the left leg as you exhale. Lengthening up through the spine, although you're twisting. Inhaling, reaching the arms up, coming over to your right and dropping the arms down on your exhale. Again, reaching up, creating space and length and openness. Gently inhale, reach arms up, come back to center and relax your hands back down. We're going to take our arms behind us and clasp the hands together. You might like to take them behind the chair. I'll twist again so you can see. Or you might like to hold on to the chair. We're going to puff our chest forwards, draw the shoulders back. This time you might like to lift your gaze up towards the ceiling. So no need to crank your neck back, just simply lifting your gaze. Again, just tapping into the little nuances of the body, the minor sensations. As you breathe in, what sensations do you feel in your body? And as you breathe out, how does it feel? And take 2 more breaths here. And perhaps seeing if you can draw the breath in from the lower part of the ribs and up. And relaxing back down. Release your hands. Shake your arms off. And we're going to take a fold now. So take your hands into your hip creases. Move away from the back of the chair if it's comfortable for you to do so. You might like to, again, prop your feet up if that's better for you and you feel more at ease. And we're going to gently fold forwards, allowing our belly to spill onto our thighs. Just take your elbows onto your legs, wherever feels most comfortable for you. Maybe create a prayer or perhaps 2 fists. You may even like to hold a pillow here and just allow your head to relax in. You might like to massage the third eye in between your brows with your thumb knuckles, or you may even like to use your fingertips to massage the hairline and the temples, and just see if you can invite a relaxed awareness, a calmness into your body. And just breathe and relax. Allow any sensation that feels right for you to draw that thinking mind back to the present moment. Perhaps it's your breath. Perhaps it's the sensation of touch, the feeling of the support. Or maybe it is those sounds that you hear in the distance. Gently roll your way back up, coming up almost as though you're drawing up one vertebrae at a time, lifting up. If it's comfortable for you to do so, I invite you to stand now and feel free to use anything that you find more supportive. So you might like to hold onto the chair, you might like to hold onto the wall, or you might like to just come to stand. I invite you to bring the attention to your feet and create a little space in between your feet. Move your feet in and out until you find a place where you feel most stable, connected, grounded. Once you've found that space, you might like to play with the sensation without moving the feet, but imagining that you're drawing them apart, and notice how that feels in the body. And then I invite you, again, without moving the feet, to feel as though you're gripping the mat with your toes, but drawing the feet together, almost like squeezing those inner thighs together, trying to scrunch up the mat with your feet. And notice the different sensations there. Where do you feel most at ease, most stable in your body? Let's bring our hands to our hips and find length through the back of the body, drawing the ribs in. The hips are pointing forwards, so we've got a neutral pelvis. Relax your shoulders. And can you invite a sense of space into the chest? Maybe a broadness, perhaps a lifting of your collarbones. You might like to find a single point of focus here, or maybe you like to soften your gaze or close your eyes. And I just invite you to notice how you feel as you stand in this pose. Allow your inner to guide you. You're moving your external body, but allow your inner guide to Bring that awareness into the pose. And can you begin to deepen your breath? Perhaps you inhale for the count of 4 and exhale for the count of 4. Feeling into the pose, feeling into your body, coming home to yourself. Gently relaxing now. Taking the back of your chair, and we're going to come into a modified downward facing dog. So taking hold of the chair, walk the feet out until you find your spine lengthening. We're going to draw our ears in between our arms and just push against the chair so that you feel as though your shoulders are lifting slightly, but lengthening the crown of the head forwards. Allow the forehead to draw down, and you might like to keep a generous bend in the knees here. And again, feel free to play with the space in between your feet. Maybe you move your feet in and out. Until you find a place of comfort, ease, and stability. And once you've found that place, I invite you to lift one heel and then the other as you pedal the feet. Feel into the back of the body and down the back chain into the back of the legs. Keep a buoyancy, an ease and a softness. As you come to stillness, feel free to bend the knees. Keep pushing the hands into the chair. Gently lift your gaze towards your fingers and walk your feet in. Taking your right hand in the center of the chair now. Taking hand to ear, left hand to left ear. As you inhale, reach your left elbow up to the sky. As you exhale, drop it back down. Let's take that one more time. Inhale, left elbow to sky. Exhale, drop it back down. One more. Inhale, left elbow up. Option here is for you to reach your left fingertips all the way up to the sky. And as you exhale, we're going to thread this left arm underneath the right armpit, and feel free to wrap the hand around the body here. You might like to release that left ear down towards your left shoulder. Gently push into the right hand as you release. Feel free to open back up and swap your left hand where your right hand is. Take your right hand to right ear, elbow pointing down, squeezing your arm in towards the body. As you inhale, lifting elbow up. As you exhale, dropping your elbow down. So these are really minor movements. There's no need to twist at the neck, or the gaze doesn't need to go up to the ceiling. We're just simply lifting elbow up and down. Last time, reaching elbow up. And this time, if it's comfortable, maybe you reach that right arm up. Again, it doesn't have to come all the way parallel. It can be any degree that's comfortable. As you exhale now, threading right hand underneath the left armpit and perhaps reaching for that left shoulder blade. You might like to release your right ear down towards your right shoulder. And perhaps you find a softening or a sensation in the side of your neck here. As you inhale, release, uncurl. Maybe you reach your right arm back up. Placing that right hand back down. Keep a generous bend in the knees, folding at the hips, which simply means that your bum comes back and the creases come over your thighs. And just pedal the feet here for a moment. Before coming to stillness and allowing yourself to gently roll back up. Rolling shoulders, gaze is straight ahead, and come back to a seated position. Make yourself comfortable. Shuffle your bum forwards and take your back away from the rest if that is comfortable for you. And I just invite you to bring the soles of your feet together and allow your knees to fall out towards the edges of your chair. Keeping the hips pointing forwards, the pelvis is neutral, meaning those bony parts at the front of your pelvis are pointing forwards and you're not tipping forwards or backwards. You just feel in the middle, in that home base, that place that we can move in and out of. You might like to relax your hands in your lap. You might like to place one hand on the belly and one hand on the heart. I invite you to find whatever works best for you and where you feel most open, most at ease, and most comfortable. Tuning into any sense or any sensation that allows you to feel present. And it may be different to the sense that you followed at the beginning of the class. And perhaps now you choose sound instead of breath. Just taking your hands to the outside of your legs and gently draw your legs back together. This time we're going to take knees together and allow the feet to separate and come wide. We're just going to sit here for a very short moment, just to counterbalance that previous rotation in the hips. And so that we're balancing everything up. And then gently release the legs and come back to center. Take any last movement that you need. Maybe you hug one knee in and the other. Maybe you come back into that supported child's pose where you rest your elbows on your legs and feel your head is supported. Maybe you move into the body wherever it's guiding you to. Or maybe you simply find stillness. Gently now come into a posture where you feel most comfortable to relax. Maybe taking a jumper or a blanket. And again, I invite you to lengthen, relax. Perhaps soften your gaze or close your eyes. And notice if you can welcome that feeling of softening and relaxing even further. Can you soften through the knees, the backs of the thighs, into that grand central station of the pelvis? Can you allow your gorgeous belly to soften, your chest to relax, and the feeling of relaxation to travel down your arms and all the way into your fingertips. Relaxing your jaw, your cheekbones, and even your brow bone. And just allow yourself to stay here in this sense of calm and ease for however long as you feel you need right now. Knowing that at any point you can use your senses or your breath to guide you back to the present moment, to guide your wandering mind back whenever you need to. Thank you so much for practicing with me, and I can't wait to practice with you again soon.